Hello and welcome to BusyWorksBeats.com. Today we're going to show you how to mix a vocal in FL Studio using only the native plugins. This will be a quick video and it shows how quickly you can mix your vocals to sound a lot better. So here's a vocal from our female artist from Actions, the band.
Skin's falling off, I'm breaking at the seams. He's holding me under and I can't breathe. It's slow and painful and as it seems. Now I'm caving in, my heart's suffocating, my head's frustrated.
Okay, so now we have the general idea of the vocal. We can see it's moving around a lot. And the first step in mixing your vocals is to tame your vocals. Now to tame your vocals, you generally want to put a compressor. There's many compressors out there. We're just going to use the general native plugin Fruity compressor. So what we're going to do is actually just simply lower the threshold. And that's basically going to be a gateway. So any audio that passes that threshold or the gateway will be compressed. So we have to find a good spot where we can figure out a threshold. Generally, negative 20 dB is a good spot to start. It picks up almost every signal. Now the next step is to turn our ratio up. What we're going to do is slowly turn our ratio from 1 to 1, and we're going to push it up to about 2 to 1 and see how it sounds.
Skin's falling off, I'm breaking at the seams. He's holding me under and I can't breathe. It's slow and painful and as it seems. Now I'm caving in, my heart's suffocating, my head's crushed to the start, 'cause you are tearing me apart.
So we're basically pulling back that audio and it feels more tamed and controlled. And from this tamed and controlled state, we can then add some more EQ to it to boost out the points of interest. So the settings are pretty good the way they are. 15 milliseconds is a good spot for many reasons, and a release around 100 milliseconds will be good. Now we have to decide if we want to add makeup gain to the signal. To make that decision, we're just going to turn off the plugin and see how loud the vocal is, and we're going to compare after we use the compressor. So it looks like we're peaking out at negative 10. Now with the compressor, let's see where we're at. About negative 11 or negative 12. So we can add 1 dB back into the signal. 1.5, I'll say 1.2. So now we have an even reading from negative 10 dB to negative 10 dB.
Skin's falling off, I'm breaking at the seams. He's holding me under.
So we're at a good spot now. Now this step is we're going to add the interesting parts to the vocal, and we're going to edit it a little bit. So first we're going to add a high pass filter. Since it's a female artist, we don't need low tones, so we can get rid of most of the low frequency information.
Skin's falling off,
but we don't want to thin it out too much. So just use a gentle high pass curve at 6 dB per octave, which will give you this type of curvature. Now let's boost up the interesting parts of her voice.
Skin's falling off,
about 3K.
The seams. He's holding me under.
So that's the interesting part.
I can't breathe.
And we're just going to boost that about 2 dB. Let's say 3 dB.
Now I'm
so that's the interesting upper part of her voice. Let's find the lower interesting part and boost that a little bit as well. So we're going to grab this point.
Skin's falling off, I'm breaking at the seams. He's holding me under.
I like the 900 spot. Alright, so we're going to boost that about 2 dB. Now there are spots here, she sounds a little nasally and a little like she's in a box. So we're going to grab this third point, boost it up. We're going to lower the bandwidth so we can get a tight cue there. And then we're going to boost it just to hear where she sounds weird. So around 300, she's going to sound like she's in a box. And around 500, you're going to hear her nose a lot. So let's,
Skin's falling off.
here's the 300 spot.
I'm breaking at the seams.
And since at 300, that's where her resonance is in her voice, we're going to leave that alone. We're not going to lower that. But if we move this up,
Skin's falling off. I'm breaking at the seams.
sounds like she's singing through her
He's
nose.
holding me under, and I
So we're going
can't
to lower that
breathe.
band actually. We're going to take away about 3 dB of that band because it sounds like she's really nasally.
Skin's falling off.
So it cleaned up the vocals a little bit. Now that's the cleaning and the boosting the interesting spots. Now we're going to add effects to make her voice sound bigger. Now, when you record, you're going to have multiple takes of vocals. So it's not just going to be one lead vocal. You're going to have multiple background vocals, etc. But if you just have one vocal, what you can do is add a reverb to make the sound a lot bigger. But we're going to go to another plugin called a delay. Fruity Delay will give an echo to the vocal. So first we're going to set the time to 4, which means every fourth it's going to hit. And then we're going to set the input volume to be appropriate.
Skin's falling off. I'm breaking at.
Also, be sure that you have the tempo of the song registered in the tempo, because this works via the tempo. It doesn't work, solo. So there's no milliseconds knob is my point. So you want to make sure your tempo is correct. In this case, the tempo is not correct, so the delay is going to be a little bit off.
Skin's falling off. I'm breaking at the seams. He's holding me under, and I can't breathe.
But it sounds great. So we're going to leave it right there. And what it does is, without it, it just sounds too dry.
Falling off. I'm breaking at the seams.
Now it sounds like we're getting into, more romantic songs and more pop songs. Now to add the space, we're going to add what's called a reverb. So we're going to add Fruity Reverb 2. We're going to right click and choose a preset called the venue. This will give us a big room effect, and we can adjust certain knobs to get it to work correctly.
Skin's falling off. I'm breaking at.
So it sounds a little dramatic now. What we're going to do is lower the wet level.
Under, and I can't breathe. It's slow and painful, and as it seems, now I'm caving in. My heart's suffocating.
Now the last step to mixing vocals using FL Studio native plugins is to add the Fruity Limiter. What this is going to do is pull up the vocal to become as loud as it can be, and basically even out the signal a little bit. All we're going to do is set the ceiling or the output level, and then we're going to boost the gain to make it sound louder. So the ceiling we're going to put at -1 for this vocal, and then we're just going to push the gain up a little bit.
Skin's falling off. I'm breaking at the seams. He's holding me under, and I can't breathe. It's slow and painful, and as it seems, now I'm caving in. My heart's suffocating. My head's thrust to the stars, 'cause you are tearing me apart.
When you see these white lines or dips and that purple stuff that was coming on the vocal, that means there was compression. And basically we're just going to back off the gain until we get no compression. So we're boosting it just enough so it gets loud enough without any additional compression. So that's what we're doing with the Fruity Limiter. And these 5 plugins can be used on any vocal to make it sound better. So thanks for watching today. Hope you learned how to mix your vocals, and I hope you can make a great record using just the native plugins in FL Studio. So join over 2,000 producers at busyworksbeats.com by clicking the link below in the description and learn how to make beats like the pros. Thanks for watching today. Don't forget to sign up for your free trial at busyworksbeats.com.